Oh yes, the almighty St. Clair River and all of its glory. For this video, I take a somewhat scenic drive along M29, which parallels the river, and we'll start things off in Marysville and then head through St. Clair, Marine City, Algonac, and then eventually we'll make our way to New Baltimore. And where I start is in Marysville, sitting right across the river from Canada's Chemical Valley, or some might call it Cancer Alley, as it's the heaviest polluted area in all of Canada, sitting just south of Sarnia. And in case you didn't know, Sarnia is a decently sized Canadian city that sits right across the river from Port Huron. Well anyway, if you enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, as doing all of those things helps these videos destroy the evil monster that is the YouTube algorithm. Also make sure to hit that notification bell and select yes, so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. If you enjoy this video, then you might enjoy checking out some of the featured playlists from my main channel. Videos on other places like what you'll see here can be found in my Michigan playlist, my USA Small Towns playlist, or in my Scenic Drives playlist. Last but not least, if you can't get enough of me on here, you can always go follow me on my other social media accounts, and those links are below. And a quick reminder to check out my interactive map that shows you everywhere that I've made videos on so far. Whether it's simple drives like these or city and town tours, the map shows you everywhere that I've made a video on. And all you have to do is click on any icon or line on the map and the link will show you a YouTube video that I made on that place. And the link for that map is down below. I get a lot of questions on everywhere that I've made videos on, or if I've made a video on a particular place. Well, you can check that out on that map, as it is always updated. Well, Marysville is kind of like a suburb of Port Huron, as it's home to just under 10,000 people. The median household income is $53,000 per year, and 23% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher. The median value of owner-occupied housing units is $133,000, and the poverty rate is 9%. Those stats are pretty much identical to every town that I pass through along this drive, with St. Clair being an exception, as St. Clair is home to a bunch of rich people. Throughout this video, I'll speed it up while I'm driving through the less interesting areas, and I'll slow it down when I go through the cities and towns and the more scenic areas. And if you're familiar with my channel and the stuff that I've made, then you already knew that. Alright, so now we're in the town of St. Clair. The population is 5,400 and the median household income is $82,000 per year. 26% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher, and the median value of owner-occupied housing units is $160,000. The poverty rate is a low 6%. Just like with Marysville, I have a video on St. Clair uploaded to my main channel, so make sure to check out that video as well. Despite the median home value in St. Clair being below average, St. Clair is known for its nice, luxurious-looking mansions that line the river. And because I'm always going the extra mile on this YouTube channel, here is St. Clair from the air, starting with their boardwalk in downtown. As we continue to go through St. Clair County, you can see that it doesn't necessarily feel like a large city or even a large suburban area, but you can see that there's a decent amount of population spread throughout the area and definitely along the river. We're now in what is called East China Charter Township, and you can see the St. Clair Power Plant owned by DTE, which is the company that supplies power to all of Metro Detroit. Side note, as St. Clair County technically is a part of Metro Detroit as defined by the U.S. Census. Anyway, East China Charter Township is home to 3,700 people and the median household income is $51,000 per year. 20% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher, and the median value of owner-occupied housing units is $191,000, while the poverty rate is a low 8%. Also wanted to point out that there's a pedestrian and bike path that parallels this highway, so that's a nice little feature to have if you live in this area, despite having a towering, polluting power plant along the river. The trail doesn't strictly follow the highway, but it follows the same path for the most part, as it's called the Bridge to Bay Trail. It stretches from the Blue Water Bridge on the northern side of Port Huron all the way down south towards Anchor Bay. Well, now we're in Marine City, which is home to 4,000 people, and the median household income is $52,000 per year. Only 17% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher, and the median value of owner-occupied housing units is only $125,000. Wow, that sounds like a deal if you ask me, but usually there's reasons why places have cheaper housing. But anyway, the poverty rate is slightly below average, as it's at 10%. And here's a look at some of the houses that we've passed that have a nice view of the river from the opposite side of the road. And since the signed route of M29 technically bypasses the downtown area of Marine City, I head away from the signed route and I check out the downtown area. And of course, I fly my drone. You've got to love this lit up sign that they have right here. This is the Mariner, which is not only a theater, but it's also a shops and art gallery. And now we leave Marine City and the next town is Algonac. And now we're in Algonac. The town is home to 4,000 people and the median household income is $48,000 per year. Only 17% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher, and the median value of owner-occupied housing units is $121,000, while the poverty rate is 15%. I would say that maybe the reason why Algonac is slightly more economically challenged is because of its location, as it sits along a river bend, and you have to go out of your way to reach Algonac. You're not going to pass through this town on your way to another. Also, it's quite a ways away from I-94. However, Algonac has a cool, unique thing to it, because from here, you can take a car ferry to Canada. I bet your small town doesn't have that. Well, just west of here, there's another car ferry to Harson's Island, which is Michigan, but the only way to get on that island via car is by taking the car ferry to Harson's Island just west of town. Algonac is also where the St. Clair River begins to form its delta as it empties into Lake St. Clair. The St. Clair River Delta is the largest delta that enters a freshwater lake in the world. How about that? In fact, in these drone shots here, you can see some of the delta. And yes, that is downtown Detroit all the way on the other side of Lake St. Clair. It's about 30 miles as the crow flies from Algonac. Drones are incredible, especially this one. Well, the next city along this highway is New Baltimore, but we pass through some little populated communities here and there, and we pass through some wetlands, and it's pretty scenic. And to the left here is the car ferry to Harson's Island. The lighthouse that you see here is called Colony Tower. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1994. Believe it or not, it's not a lighthouse actually, it's a water tower that's designed to look like a lighthouse. Sure looks cool though along the tall grass. And now we're in New Baltimore, and I'll have a video coming up on this town on my main channel in the near future. Well, anyway, I will add in the drone shots that I got of New Baltimore as I end this video. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, as doing all of those things helps these videos destroy the evil monster that is the YouTube algorithm. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell and select yes so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy checking out some of the featured playlists from my main channel. Videos on other places like what you saw here can be found in my Michigan playlist or in my Scenic Drives playlist. Last but not least, if you can't get enough of me on here, you can always go follow me on my other social media accounts, and those links are below. We'll see you next time. Peace!